Do you have any hidden talents? So a hidden talent of mine that I don't typically share with people is that I actually really like to draw and do artwork. So this is kind of the style that I like to do. I like to just draw my own mandalas, and then I like to do these crazy, weird little designs known as Zentangles. So I like to do just a bunch of these circly things, and yeah, so this is my talent that I don't typically share with the world. Have you ever seriously considered quitting social media? I have considered quitting social media so often. I have lost count. But honestly, it becomes hard sometimes because there is so much negativity and there are so many people out there that just leave some sort of negative comment or leave something that really gets under your skin, and it's really hard sometimes to be able to just get through that. You know, not everyone is going to be on their best behavior all the time, so to see something like that online on your profile, it definitely gets to you. So to have people that support you and to have self-care activities that you can do and just goals and reminders to yourself as to what you're doing and why you're doing it really, really helps. If you could meet any 3 people dead or alive, who would you meet? So if I could meet any 3 people dead or alive, I would meet Freddie Mercury, Noah Cyrus, or Taylor Momsen. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? If I had to eat one meal for the rest of my life, it would probably be some form of Chinese food, preferably General Tso's, but I'll probably take anything. I'll even take just white sticky rice. I'm a sucker for it. Or any type of chocolate. What advice would you give your past self? So if I had to give advice to my past self, I would probably say that image is not everything, and although it's really cool to pretend like you don't care about things because that's a lot easier than trying, you know, putting in effort isn't exactly uncool either. So maybe instead of trying to look a certain way or to act a certain way or, you know, worrying about who likes you and who doesn't like you, focus a little bit more on liking yourself and taking care of yourself and doing things for you and not living for other people. What is your biggest pet peeve? One of my biggest pet peeves, honestly, is whistling, snoring, and just basic entitlement, I guess, which is a pretty broad range of behaviors. But yeah, those are my top 3. Those are my my pet peeves. What would be the one superpower you would choose? If I had to choose one superpower, it would probably be to be a shapeshifter. I'd want to be able to shapeshift and be able to look and change how I look on a daily basis, because you know I change my hair a lot. I like to change my styles a lot. So if I could just like totally take on a whole new look completely, I think that would just be a whole nother level of being able to express yourself. What is your favorite video that you've ever posted? My favorite video I've ever posted is probably the one I did with my husband, and it's probably because it took a really long time and we actually put a lot of effort into it, even though it's only like a 45-second video. But it's a video we did where we are reenacting a scene from a childhood, at anyone's childhood, where you're sneaking out to go watch TV in the middle of the night, and when you turn on the TV, it is at full volume for some reason. So whoever watched it last left it at full volume, and you wake up your entire household. And of course, the song playing on the TV is SpongeBob. Classic. So that's probably one of my favorite ones, just because I like the plot line and I enjoy being able to make videos with my husband. When did you go viral? So I first went viral on TikTok in 2020, probably around April or May, where I posted a video and it was using somebody else's sound, where it was the point of view of somebody hearing their sibling being yelled at in the other room because, you know, they got bad grades or whatever it was. And as you're hearing your sibling getting yelled at, you're rushing around your room to clean it and to organize it and to make sure you're doing something productive. So when your parent ultimately comes in to start yelling at you, you've already kind of gotten a little bit ahead of them and you got all your stuff picked up off the floor. So that was the first video that I went viral for, and it's pretty much just taken off after that, shockingly. So that's been pretty cool. Who were the first creators you followed on social media? So before TikTok, some of the first creators I was following was primarily on YouTube, and one of my favorites is Ready to Glare, Jessica Kent, and I like Celeste Rose, and she's also on TikTok. They're all ultimately on TikTok now, but before that was a thing, YouTube was my place to be, and those were my favorite people. Do you see social media as your long-term career path? And if not, what else do you see yourself doing? So, do I see social media as my long-term career path? I don't know. That's such a hard question because social media is so up and down, left and right, all over the place that it's hard to be able to even know what you're going to do in a month on social media. You know, the numbers are constantly changing. They're going up, they're going down. Everything is so up in the air on social media. So it's hard to be able to really predict how that's going to look in the future. But of course, if that was an option to be on social media, I would love to be on social media for as long as possible. And if I wasn't on social media, what could I see myself doing in the future? Because I have dabbled so much in mental health courses and careers in the past, I would probably love to do something that would incorporate mental health in specifically in youth, because I also have experience working with children and those who are, between the ages of like 16 and 24. So I would love to, get back into that a little bit. Or I would also think it would be cool to maybe do social media advising or help other people kind of gain a platform as well. Just maybe some sort of advisor in that situation, or a promoter for a social media brand. I don't know. I really don't know. That's such a hard question because social media is so crazy, but yeah, probably something along those lines. What is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday used to be Christmas because everybody always gets gifts, and getting gifts on any holiday is exciting and makes it awesome. But as an adult, I've come to appreciate Halloween more. So I would say that Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I start celebrating it a month before and leave everything up a month after. So definitely Halloween. Which one of your accomplishments are you the most proud of? An accomplishment that I'm really, really proud of, and something I would never ever thought I would ever be able to experience, is I have a podcast that I always listen to. They're from a local radio station in my area. I was very loyal to listening to this podcast, and by some miracle, the people on the radio who host this podcast were able to get in touch with me, and we have some sort of communication, and they actually asked me to be on this podcast. And me being very anxious and having a lot of social anxiety, really was very skeptical about doing it, because part of me really, really wanted to, and the other half of me was very, very nervous to do it. But I worked really hard on implementing positive affirmations that entire week, and I just really hyped myself up, and I was on the podcast. I was so excited. I was able to share it with all my friends and family. So to just be able to have spoken with these people was such an honor to me. But the fact that I was able to get over that hurdle of just being nervous and just having that self-doubt that I would mess it up or I'd say something stupid, I just got through all of that, and I was able to have a podcast episode on my favorite podcast, and that's just so exciting to me. And I don't know, so far that's probably one of my favorite things that I've been able to do since I started social media. All right, everyone, that's all the videos I have today. If you want to follow me or see any more of my content, you can follow me on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. All the handles are Snerixx, Snerixx, except for on Instagram, it's Snerixx with a little underscore at the end. Thanks, everybody. Bye.